Here I am in the beginning of my project, but nigga, this little thing here stopped my project. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. She's watching. I'm doing my project. Hello everyone, everything good? I hope so. I have a question for you all. Have you ever stopped to think about why romantic relationships in these days are so short? This video was made by a guy who also has this question and intends, together with you, yes, with you who are watching, to try to understand this phenomenon that is increasingly common in these days. I don't know if I am the only person who think about this, or if the other people also think that. The romantic relationships in actual days are very short, superficial, and disposable. It's about this topic that I want to talk about in this video, about my personal opinion about the probable reasons why the relationships have such a short duration. Well, to give a more direct introduction, I said anciently, social medias, and the exacerbated consumerism are the main causes of this shortening of relationships. And I can say that these three topics are interconnected. I hope you like this video. That gave me a lot of work. Oh my god, because I have a little difficulty to choose a topic for this presentation. Yes, I had no idea what to talk about. I hope you don't mind this basic edition. It's the first time that I do this kind of work, and I am a beginner in this beautiful art of edition. And anyways, I hope you like this video, and that's it. That's the introduction. Goodbye. In actual days, the question that I've heard most is why the romantic relationships don't last longer anymore, and why is having a serious relationship is becoming increasingly scarce and people being discarded. In the last months, I have reflected on how many relationships are so superficial, fleeting, and disposable. In fact, we live in a disposable era. It broke. Buy another. Did you differ from my opinions? Well, so I don't follow you anymore. We fought. Simple, we separate. The decisions are so simple in actual days. People are becoming less and less patient with each other. Is the relationship difficult? Finish. Simple. Very simple. Just finish. The achievements that were once sought after are now refuted. I think people in actual days are so anxious and sensible that they are no longer able to handle serious, long-lasting relationships for a long time. Anxious about not being able to bear the repetitive routines that are common in relationships, and almost always with the expectation that their partner will provide something or do something new to, let's say, keep the flame of love always burning. In this case, anxiety and the sensitivity are connected. But why? Simply because any disagreement of opinion and an argument or a fight already become reasons for ending the relationship. The impression I have is that people create expectations that their partners be perfect, without mistakes, without fails. But, in other words, be perfect. And I believe that social networks have a big fault for these expectations. After all, people are perfect on social medias, aren't they? Their photos are always well done and beautiful, transmitting good energies, posting happy moments and their highlights. People never post bad moments, their flaws, or their difficulties on public networks. After all, people who have problems, flaws, and difficulties are not perfect and are not worthy of being in a relationship. But where do I want to go with this argument? You ask me. I said this because I believe that social media creates a false impression of perfection on people. And this, in my opinion, affects people's perspective on their relationships. And when I talked about exacerbated consumerism, I connect this topic with social medias as they have become literally a menu of people. And just like any product, today's relationships have an expiration date and are all replaceable. Let's play a word game. When a milk reaches its expiration date, you go to the market and buy another one. Replace the words milk, market, and buy for relationship, Instagram, and search. When a relationship reaches its expiration date, you go to the Instagram and search another one. I hope this play on words make it easier to understand my point of view about how today's relationships are the same as normal products, and social medias have become the place to exchange these products. Well, I talked about social media's anxiety, sensibility, and exacerbated consumerism. So, the conclusion is the relationships in actual days are so short because people sometimes think that their relationship's gonna be beautiful fantasy with their partner, and their relationship gonna be perfect without discussions, without disagreement of opinion. But in the real life, we know that this is impossible. But in the social medias, that is the ambient that the people knows each other in actual days. Social medias are not the real life. We know that. And this causes a false impression about real life and real people with real sentiments, real feelings, and other type of things in this sense. And you connect the anxiety of to keep to you, to have to you something to keep calm your anxiety. In this case, a relationship. You have the anxiety to have a relationship to calm down your anxiety. And you know your relationship's partner in social media, and you see his life on his social medias. He seems to be a perfect person, to have a perfect life, very fun, a lot of parties, a lot of friends, a lot of smiles. But this is just a little part of his life. Did you ever stop it to think about this? and you started to talk with this person, and you two start the relationship, and you have this feeling and this mindset that your partner is perfect, and and you almost want to that he gives you or do something new. You want him to do something new so that you two don't fall in the repetitiveness of your routine as a couple. In other words, you want your relationship to be a fairy tale and always have something new, so that the existences of this relationship still makes sense to you. But you and me knows that perfect people does not exist. So I tell you, you need to support the disagreements, the fights, the discussions. You need to support this, because in the end, the love will always exist. If you two loves each other truly, it's not gonna be a fight, it's not gonna be a discussion, it's not gonna be a disagreement of opinion that will break your relationship. But you need to be strong. You need to love the person. You need to talk. You need to talk. So, this is my project. I know this topic is a little bit deep and a little bit sad, but in the next weeks I just thought in this topic. I didn't thought in nothing more. So I had no idea to what to talk about in this project, so I chose this topic. Why relationships are so short in actual days, and I hope you can understand. You could understand what I said in this video, and you could understand what is my opinion about this topic. In my vision, in my opinion, this topic is a very how can I say, relevant? Yeah, relevant in actual days, but people don't give a little bit attention to this topic. So I think that is why I choose this topic, why I choose to talk about this topic in this case. Because in the same time that is relevant, people don't talk about it. And I hope you like it, and this video gives me a lot of work, like I said in the introduction. And that's it. My name is Kyle, and this was my project.